I'll be bad.
So, how would you rate your performance as far as the statistics were displayed by the UFC as far as the amount of control, the strikes landed? It looks like you exceeded your opponent on just about every level. How do you judge your performance right now? Because you did talk about before this fight, you mentioned that you're going to include a lot of volume, a lot of aggressiveness, and we're going to see something new from you.
Yes, I still are disappointed me, like, cause I didn't let go everything I tried to let go, but I think it's just time, I had a long layoff, from fighting, and Dustin Ortiz is a very crafty opponent. He comes forward a lot, so that kind of makes it a little harder, for us. But then I knew that I had the cardio and I had the strength, to break him, and that's what I did. And I was like, right off the bat, I felt very confident, he was going coming in, and I kind of like, took, it took a little bit to get going, but then when I got going, like, I knew it. Every round, I knew I was ahead, But then I made some mistakes because I could have finished the fight in the end of the second round. I took his back, I could have finished that, and I clearly could have finished in the third round. When I spread him out, I was between ground and pound to the end or getting the choke, and I couldn't do neither, So, I was disappointed in a way, but I'm happy that I overwhelmed him with pressure, non-stop. I was, like in my mind, like I think I could have been more excited, but I guess, for me, like to fight somebody like him, it was good, I just did enough, but it's not enough for me. I gotta really, try to get better, and come even more aggressive because people that I want to fight next are very aggressive, so I gotta step up my game.
How close was that armbar in the second round? Do you think if you would have had a little more time on the clock, that
Yeah, no, I think if I should have went early, I was trying to like spend more time on the back. I should have went early, If I would have went early, I would have got it. At least I would have break his arm. He would have no arm in the second round, but or third round, whatever. I don't remember what round it was, but it was a little bit too late.
How was his jiu-jitsu compared to yours? Because yours was one of those tight, suffocating, they don't breathe. And you started stretching them out in the first round, and I thought you were going to flatten them out and take it. And then you got the armbar. So how do you think his jiu-jitsu was compared to yours? Because there was no doubt who was controlling the jiu-jitsu, and yours was crushing it. But did you think you had it more than you did when you were flattening him, or did you think it was going easier than?
No, I think in my mind, there's too much going through my mind. I was trying to find an opening to finish him, but then he would just keep himself very tight, and then I should have just stayed busy, the ground and pound, and focusing, spread my hips from his lower back, and then I was just, between trying to finish and try to spread, and I couldn't do neither, But I think his jiu-jitsu was good enough to survive, But then he didn't even try to fight back much, So I just tried to control him and trying to find an opening to finish, I didn't feel much offensive coming from him on the ground. He would just pretty much try to find himself a little room to get up, and I was able to control him.
when you were game planning for this fight, was there anything that you saw that you thought that he might be giving up his back as often as he did? Did you think he'd give up his back as much as he did?
Yeah, I think, I knew I was going to put the pressure. My jiu-jitsu game is that type of game. Suffocate him to either give him the mount, he's going to give him the mount, he's going to give the back. Usually they give the back. Wrestlers, they always give the back. So that's what I was trying to capitalize, and I'm a little disappointed now that I felt I could have finished the fight, in a way. But the other way, I just beat Dustin Ortiz because he's definitely a name in the division. He's not somebody, he's not a champ in the division. He's somebody good. He beat some good guys, and so I'm happy to get a dominant win like I did.
Coming off the Formiga fight, how important was it for you to just get the win tonight?
Oh, extremely important, man. I would be devastated if I would lose this fight right now. So thank God I got the W, and then that pays off of the break, man. I was 8 months frustrated, trying to get a fight, I couldn't get a fight. So that wears down on you, when you don't know when to push camp, you don't know when to relax. And then finally, I will help my teammates get through their fights, and then finally got mine. I got the W. Now I deserve some rest, but I'm already looking for his next week winner, and I'll try to get the winner of that fight.
I'm sure you don't want any more time off. You want to get in there
No,
back as quickly as
good,
possible.
man. Yeah. I'm enjoying a week, and I'm good. I had enough rest. Frustration.
Is there somebody that makes sense for you as far as a next opponent?
In my mind, I want the winner, Zach Makowski and Jose Benavides. I think that it's a big fight. Like whoever wins that fight, is definitely top name in the division. Those type of fights I want. I want something that can move me forward to a title picture.
Those are both guys that have pretty good wrestling pedigrees, at least as far as MMA is concerned.
Yeah.
Do you expect those fights to kind of play out the same?
He's one best guys. I mean, he's the best guy in the division besides Demetrius. So he's definitely somebody that I want to capitalize on.
Do you feel like they kind of fall into the same game plan that you had for Dustin Ortiz?
No. That has to change little things. They're not. Ortiz is very unique as far as styles. The way he comes forward, the way that he mixes everything. I'm happy in a way that I wear him down. He's the type of guy that third round he beats people in the third round. So I said, man, not me. Like he's already done in the first round, and then I just disappointed I couldn't finish. But going to the third round, I knew it. And he did some reverse stays, but it didn't worry me.
Can you give jiu-jitsu fighters who are starting MMA advice? Because a lot of them, they don't transition well, and they do knee on belly, and they keep the pressure and keep everything tight, and then when punches start getting thrown, it all goes out the window. How do you drill it? How do you make sure you keep the pressure tight and you stay on your opponent and you don't give space? What advice could you give?
I think my advice is, a jiu-jitsu fighter in MMA, you need a high level wrestling. Without wrestling, you don't have jiu-jitsu. If you fight striking, if you fight a decent wrestling with a good little bit of hands, you're not going to take him down. Unless you trick him in a half guard, in pull guard or something like that. But it's very unique nowadays. Like somebody like Ryan Hall, he has a unique style. But besides him, I think the jiu-jitsu guys, first of all, in my opinion, is the wrestling. Once a jiu-jitsu fighter taking anybody down, he will have an edge on the bottom or on top. But then I think the key is take the guy down. And then the other way is jiu-jitsu guy needs to train with the wrestlers, because the wrestler is so good of create scramble and get up. In jiu-jitsu, we don't have scrambles. We move transition to transition. In wrestling, they scramble and they get back up. So that's something that frustrates us very much. Somebody like myself, when I train Alliance MMA in Chula Vista, everybody's a former D1 wrestler, and then they you take them down, finally get to take them down, they create a little bit of scramble, boom, right back up on your feet. Spend no energy and you're already tired. So I tell some guys, when I train Dominic Cruz, take Dominic Cruz down. It's not the hardest thing. The hardest thing is keep him down. You spend 3 times as energy that you spend to take him down. So I think you have for jiu-jitsu guys, for us, we have to work on.
And how do you think jiu-jitsu is going in terms of, you have these guys who train sport jiu-jitsu, and then they come into MMA and they're trying to do berimbolo and they're trying to butt scoot. Do you think that's just, if you're going to fight, don't do it?
Some things would work, sometimes it would never work. If you have somebody that do like a berimbolo, but somebody that doesn't mind get hit, if he get hit, you're going to keep it going, eventually you're going to succeed. Take the guys back, we'll end up some type of submissions. But if you go for a berimbolo, go upside down, then you get hit, in the head, and some guys, for some people, everything goes out of the window, then they'll get ground and pound, and that'll be over. But the people that do berimbolo and everything, if they can, take a hit, they'll be successful. That's what it comes down to.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Muito obrigado.